And as I'm learning from some other wonderful, awesome people who I've been watching their lives and their YouTube channels, and just really taking note the importance of setting the space before we begin to talk about these really powerful moments in our collective experience, in our world, and in our individual lives. So I'm very excited that you're all here together, and I'm saying we're circling up, right? The dolphins have joined the pod. So thank yourselves for being here, and thank you from me for creating an energetic place that's powerful and informative. And we teach each other, right? So as we learn this information, or share with you what I'm seeing in the charts, what I'm hearing around town, and then you bring it into yourself, your soul, your powerfulness, and then you come out and let it shine through you, right? So you take it in, you feel into it, what resonates with you, what's your truth, what rises to the surface of your conscious mind as something like your aha, and then you go forth and share that with the masses, right? That's how we do it over here in Lunar Ladies Land. So I'm very excited to be together with you. Oh, thank you. Oh, my eyes. Must be the planet Earth. Okay, so let's start with creating sacred space. And this is really important, especially if you're doing lives or podcasts or any type of information, even posting. You want to really tune into a higher vibration at this time because people need it. There's lots of stuff going on around in the world, lots of stories being told, lots of finger pointing or saying, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? Is that false? Is this, should I believe in that? And so how we begin to kind of navigate and kind of clear the fog of that type of experience is we attune to a higher vibration. And so you tune in. Hey, Baron, it's so good to see you. I love that you're here. So cute. So let's tune into a higher vibration, and that could be, make it your own. So if you have a faith, tune into your faith and open that up to create a prayer space for yourself. If it's more universal or it combines multiple religions or beliefs, or it's just something that it's the language of your heart, tune into that. So let's go ahead and close our eyes for a moment, and we'll ground, feeling our awareness drop down into the base of our spine, our tailbone. And let's move our feet so they're flat on the earth. And they're not crossed. They're flat, uncrossed, and you're becoming a channel of light and a higher vibration. So breathe into your tailbone space. You can wiggle your hips around to kind of get your little bit. What does it feel like to be down there? So breathe into that space. Nice cleansing breath. And on the exhale, use your imagination to create a grounding cord. And create tree root, plant roots, a rope, an anchor, something that moves your intention and awareness down into the ground, into Mother Earth, and let's go all the way to the center of the planet and connect with her iron core crystal, the living library, the love of Mother Earth for each one of you, and for you, your love for her as well. Source of our lives, the elements that create our physical bodies. And it's why we've come. We've come to this beautiful planet to do something, to make it a better place, to contribute our gifts, skills, and talents, to anchor more love, more happiness, more joy, to help wake up our brothers and sisters as well as ourselves, and to have this collective experience of awakening together through grace and happiness, and that beautiful sense of awe of the glory of creation. And so this grounding cord is your release space. So if you feel pain in your body or confusion, uncertainty, fear, let that energy, those thoughts, those feelings, that sensation of any tightness in your body, through the breath, bring it down. Breathing in, and bring that energy down to the grounding cord and let it slide right down that grounding cord, like you're flushing or you're turning a faucet, it's going down the drain, and let it go into Mother Earth. She loves to receive this from us. It's energy, fuel that she can turn into gold. And just at this time, just feel that sense of gratitude for the ability to do this, the awareness, the joy of feeling more grounded and centered. And just send that energy, feel that energy in your space, in your awareness. All right, on the next breath, let's just bring some earth energy up to the bottom of our feet. You can give it a color, it could be a symbol, it could be an image. Feel energy rise that's nurturing, fortifying, healthy, wise, abundant. And bring that all the way into your feet, up your legs, and let it rise like a fountain up into the area above your solar plexus, right above your belly button. And this is clearing and cleansing and feeding and nourishing our lower bodies, root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. So let that energy make a U-turn and flow down into the grounding cord and back to Mother Earth. And this is a loop of conscious, nourishing earth energy that your body recognizes. And it's so happy to be consciously connected to. And it's very intelligent. It knows how to run itself. So we're going to allow our imagination, our awareness to float to the top of our head as we take another breath and start to feel the energy above your head. This is your crown chakra. This is your connection to heaven and your soul, oversoul, spirit. And breathe in. Imagine breathing in to the top of your head. Feels so good. And then let yourself breathe out and imagine a beautiful crown or 1,000-petaled crystal lotus on the top of your head. And I want you to pick a color or a group of colors and imagine that crown chakra of yours shining at that color. It's frequency of intelligence, of awareness, of beingness. And imagine a beautiful star in the cosmos with your name on it, bursting forth with all this glorious heavenly soul energy that flows through your soul, down from the cosmos, into Mother Earth, and finds you in your house, in your room, and it flows like a fountain into your crown chakra. And you're going to allow that energy to flow down the back channels of your chakras, on the back side of your body, filling your head. And it's like a waterfall. It happens pretty fast. Your throat, your heart, the back of your solar plexus, the back of your sacral, and down into the root where it mixes with some earth energy. And some of that cosmic energy flows down your grounding cord as a gift from Mother Earth. And now it's so overflowing, it begins to pump up the front of your body and let it easily rise into your sacral with some earth energy kind of dancing and spiraling together, kind of like a double helix DNA, spiraling up into your sacral, solar, and heart, feeling it expand as it meets your heart, going up into your throat and down your arms, out your fingertips. And this beautiful light begins to fill the space around you and the room and the house. There's so much of this beautiful infinite abundance of light and love and energy. It flows all the way up into your third eye, giving you clarity, knowingness, belief in something higher and better and brighter and more wonderful than you can imagine. And that's your life and who you are. And then the energy flies out the top of your head like a fountain of light and then fills in the space around you again. And this again is an intelligent operation. It knows how to do this all on its own. So we're going to allow our energy to run. So you are now connected to heaven and you're now connected to the earth. You're the Merkaba, the vehicle of the glory of expression of your soul and your earth self becoming one. And from this place, we create sacred space in our circle. And we invite in all those benevolent, energetic beings who are in support of us, in support of the earth rising, humanity ascending, and everyone living together in peace and harmony, fulfilling their soul's mission and purpose. And in this space, we ground our circle and we listen with clarity and openness and take what's yours, leave the rest behind. And so let's go ahead and take one more breath. We open our eyes and we join circle. Yay! Everybody running their energy. It feels so good. Thank you. Good job, everyone. So that's an exercise, a meditation. It'll take about 5 minutes. Do it every day. That's your wake up. I wake up, I run my energy. I run my earth energy by creating a grounding cord, connect to Mother Earth, and then I receive earth energy through the bottom of my feet, letting it rise up, give it color, give it shapes and symbols, make it fun. And then reach into your crown chakra, run your heavenly energy and down the back sides of your chakras and let it flow up the front. And then you feel your space. And then from that place, you create your intentions for the day. You create from that place of being connected to a higher vibration, which is you, one with the universe, right? One with all this. All right, everybody, great. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's dive into what's going on. So let's just paint the picture. What has happening as of today, May 14th, 2020. We have 4 retrogrades or 4 planets in retrograde. Pluto as of April 25th. Saturn as of May 10th. Venus as of May 12th. And Jupiter as of today, May 14th. So we have these 4 planetary bodies in retrograde. So those of you who are new to receiving these downloads and insights and information, maybe you haven't had your natal chart read yet or gotten it, don't know what it looks like, and kind of curious, well, what is that? A retrograde is when planets slow down. So we look at our solar system and we have this big, beautiful sun, which is a star. And we have these planets, 9 of them, circling around the sun, Earth being one of them, right? And the planets that you know, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, right? And then we throw some asteroids in there. But as they travel around the sun, they don't travel in a perfect circle. They travel in an elliptic circle, which is kind of like an oval shape. And so when they make these turns, and we're looking from the point of view of Earth, right? So we're looking from Earth, and as these planets are circling around the sun, when they start to move over or across the elliptic or the oval shape, what it looks like to us is it slows down, or maybe even backwards, because the Earth is traveling this way, right? And a planet's going in the same direction, but it has to slow down to make an elliptic, so the Earth's still going fast, so it kind of looks like it's going retrograde or backwards. Okay, so that's what's happening on a physiological basis. And so when we have a planet that's in a retrograde moment going around, that elliptic, it's slowing down, we're signaled to slow down, especially when we look at what that planet is in charge of as part of either our life in the global perspective, or, I like to personalize it in your chart. So we look to where's the planet, what planet's retrograding, where's it at in the cosmos, meaning what zodiac sign or constellation, and then we look to see, okay, where's that in my personal natal chart? Now, natal chart is constructed at the moment of your birth. So it's a map of the cosmos that it's an energy blueprint at the time of your birth, the day of your birth, and where you were born on Mother Earth. And so that creates this map of the stars. And this map of the stars then tells a story about who you are as a soul, coming onto the earth in physical form, taking on a body, a personality, and having experiences in the physical world. And so there's a whole map that tells the possibilities for this incarnational experience, and that's called your natal chart. And so we can spend a lifetime reading our natal chart. It's so multidimensional. There's so many things to learn about ourselves. It never gets boring. Let me tell you, I've been looking at my chart for like 30 years and I love it. I still look at it and go, oh my God, look at that. Ah, whoa, right? You know, because we awaken at different times. Okay, so now let's start with the retrograde planet today, Jupiter. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Remember, it's our big planet in the sky. So I'm gonna give you a different background, just for fun, because we got Theron in the audience. And he's our cool moon kid, all right? We're gonna do this for Theron, all right. Isn't this fun? All right, there's the sun, right? Sun, if I can do this right. There's, ooh, hot sun. That's Mercury, that's Venus. There's Earth, that's where we are. Look how close we are to the sun. That's Mars, and that's Jupiter. So notice how big Jupiter is compared to the Earth. Do you think this planet has an influence on what we do here? I do. This is has a big planetary magnetic pole. So as it slows down and Earth continues to move forward, we get a change. Okay, I just want to give you a visual. And oh, here's Saturn. That's retrograde too. Uranus and Neptune. And I don't know if it'll show you Pluto. No, maybe that one doesn't have Pluto. Okay, we'll get Pluto back on. So now we have Jupiter retrograde, Venus retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and then Pluto, who's further out, 4. Okay, so I hope this gives you some perspective. Okay, so now Jupiter today goes retrograde, and anytime the retrograde day it's kind of like a little bit of a wobble, because imagine like you're driving in a car and you're gonna exit off the freeway and make a turn. You don't go full speed, you slow down, or you think about, I'm gonna get in this lane to exit off the freeway, I'm gonna slow down, make my turn, and then I'll speed up once it's safe. So right at the day of the retrograde, the planet's kind of switched lanes and it's slowing down, right? It's thought, oh, I have to get off here. It's my exit, it's my retrograde moment. So it changes lanes. And in that moment, we kind of get a little off balance, off center. So that's been happening consecutively this week since Mother's Day, as well as about 2 weeks before on April 25th, right? And then we think, well, we got a moon on our Earth that does lots of different things too, that influences us. So on a retrograde day, we tend, you gotta slow down because it's called the wobble period. When it goes retrograde and then when it goes direct, meaning when that passage is complete, when they've made that elliptical turn. So those are days that we kind of go, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not gonna plan a lot of stuff. I'm gonna just kind of really be in my body. I'm gonna run my energy, I'm gonna ground, right? I'm gonna pay attention. What do I notice? What do I need? Take care of, put the oxygen mask on first. What do I need to take care of myself really well, so that if I'm a mom or a dad, I can have children and I wanna be there for them and help them. They're going through it too. Okay, so Jupiter, planet of expansion, big guy. He rules the 9th house in your astrology chart, as well as the sign of Sagittarius. So the 9th house is about the big picture, right? The big picture and how our higher minds conceive of ideals, right? And it's opposite Gemini. Gemini is our lower mind, and it's the everyday conversations, the twins, yes and no, this or that. So Jupiter's up there in the higher mind, the optimizer, the expander. It's planet of great joy when we find our spiritual path. We get very excited. We're on our spiritual journey. Okay, so that's Jupiter. Now Jupiter is currently in Capricorn, and Capricorn is Saturn's domain. And he's heading towards Saturn. So they're coming into this conjunction in the sign of Capricorn. And so, and that they're going to do another big conjunction party at December 20th. It's going to be huge in Aquarius. Okay, so Jupiter, Capricorn. Now we know where they are in the cosmos. So Capricorn's about structures, institutions, career, jobs, how we show up in the world as a public self and give our gifts, skills, and talents in the form of a job or career, and we receive income, awards, achievements, reaching goals, you know, entrepreneurship, things like that. And Jupiter in Capricorn wants to really expand that. But now what we've been experiencing is unemployment, loss of jobs, what's going on, right, with this pandemic type of experience. And so, so Jupiter now in retrograde, what we want to be looking at is entrepreneurship, especially if you are, work for another company and maybe you've been laid off, or you might still have your job, which is wonderful. That's great, wonderful way to be grateful for that. Or you might be in a space of transition and looking, well, what's my next step? And so your Jupiter retrograde is going to help you tune in to a different type of structure. So this is a great time for people who have been interested in entrepreneurship to start to get what they need to be successful. That could be connecting with mentors and teachers, people in the field already doing it and are doing well. Connect with them, interview them, talk to them, become friends with them, right? So when Jupiter goes direct on September 12th, you'll have really done a lot of research, review, what's it take to be successful, who's my mentors, looking at who could be collaborative partners moving forward. What type of business do you want to do? Do you need some training? Do you need some, sharpen your skills? So you want to be kind of reviewing if you're in a place of changing careers, because we have Pluto in Capricorn that says Pluto is the gatekeeper of soul and wants to know, is your soul happy with your career choice or who you are in the public world? Are you, really in alignment with your soul's purpose? Like that's Pluto's job that we're going to, experience. I believe Pluto goes direct in October. So that's hanging out over here. So it's like these spinning plates. So Jupiter is saying, I am the God of the big picture. And so we look at this time, the next 3 months, what's our big picture as far as who do I want to be in the public world, leaving a legacy behind, contributing to the greater good? And am I connected to probably like these old structures, whether they're governmental, institutional, education, healthcare, governments, things like that, banking, money, systems. Those are in a huge system dismantling. I don't want to say the word collapse because that can scare us, but they're in a process of restructuring. Because what we're experiencing here in the United States, at the same time we're having these individual experiences and this bigger collective world experience of things changing, coming to a halt, like literally like this huge, all these economic systems coming to a halt, and then it's mixed in with healthcare and fear around, am I going to contract a virus and, be sick or pass away? So we have all these things happening around us. That's why the retrograde summer is really, really important to kind of push that out here. You don't have to reject it, or, you just want to give yourself sacred space. You want to bubble. Let that play out over here. At the same time, you're coming into your sacred space and you're redefining your internal structures. And so Capricorn says, look at your career choices. Is it in alignment with your soul, your passions, your heart's calling, your mission in life? And we can do lots of different kind of challenges this summer to kind of ask some really simple processing type questions that can help you get into that frame of mind to see more clearly. And believe me, running your energy every day, you're going to be more resource to see more clearly, because I know this can be really daunting. That's why it takes a village. That's why it's really important to be in a soul tribe. Like Lunar Ladies. This is Soul Tribe. We're here, we're in it to win it. I'm here to show up and help you understand what's going on and see where are the tools, where's the energy to merge with, that's resource, that's going to help you, right? So soul tribe's gonna be very big this year. And lunar ladies, I'm gonna actually bring it into 2.0. We're gonna do some community building that's gonna be off of Facebook, and it's gonna be in a different type of social media platform. That's the energetics are more clean. I've been sharing this with the club members, and I'll share more as we develop it. It's kind of in the planning and developing stages, but it's going to be part of the summer experience. So stay tuned for that. But we do need our groups. So whatever groups you're a part of, you may be running your own groups. You may have like a wonderful group of people and mentors and guides that you're listening to, that are helping you. Really make that part of like your familia, right? You really need that. Right, 1000% we're in this training machine. Exactly, it is time. It is time. Like, let's take our beloved Sherry. Oh, we love our Sherry. Retreats, heck yeah. We're gonna need to have places to go where we can unwind, this retrograde, unwind, relax, get clear, get grounded. And Mother Earth is the most powerful antidote at this time, because we have a lot of digital, mental, emotional stuff going on. And where do we find our peace and our solace? Look to where do you find it? Is it your neighborhood park? Going to the beach, taking some time out, be outside, get that sunshine, eat the veggies, right? Really purify the vehicle, because what we need in order to hold a higher vibration of light or be enlightened, we have to be shaman strong. It's going to be my new hashtag, shaman strong, because if your body is well, right? You can talk to a lovely Tina Marinucci Merriman. She is so cute. I love her pictures. She's my picture of health. We got to be shaman strong, because when our physical vehicle is optimum, meaning that it's healthy and strong and fit and rested and hydrated and fed good fuel, then our physical body's vibration goes up. When our physical body's vibration goes up, it can merge and match a higher conscious vibration that wants to come in to the body. So we lift the physical vibration up to match the incoming spirit soul vibration, so that we have a match, right? Which then brings us into, it's a whole nother game at that point. So we don't want our physical body limping along, right? We want to bring our physical vibration vitality up. So that's another focus for the summer, because we've got delicious summer foods. The weather's warmer, we're outside. It might be a good thing to wear your mask. We don't know. You got to keep tuning in what's right for you, because some of the mask part, I've been doing some research. It's not good to breathe in carbon dioxide. And if you've got like this mask on, now I'm not advocating either way. I'm just saying, look at hypoxia, Google hypoxia, right? We want fresh oxygen. We want exchanges. Our exhale is releasing stuff that we don't, our gases in our body that we don't need anymore, right? It's purifying the cells to breathe. Breath is life. So like here in the California, in the Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, you have to wear a mask to go to any type of establishment, whether it's pick up food, buy food in the grocery store, go to the bank, those things, which I'm fine with. I will do that because I know it's a kindness gesture to others. I know people are in fear. I don't want to add to that, right? I gotta wear a mask. I'm not gonna stand out and protest. I'll wear it for the 30 minutes I'm there, come home, take it off. I don't need the mask. That's my truth. So you find your truth. Okay, getting back. So that's that big Jupiter Capricorn experience. Now then, what became next was Venus. Look at that lovely Venus, right? Venus retrograde Gemini, now through June 24th, which is my birthday. Yay! So Venus doesn't retrograde that often. So if you have a Venus retrograde in your chart, so look in your chart, find your Capricorn ruled house. That's where Jupiter retrograde is there. Look to your natal Jupiter. It looks like a little 4 as a symbol in your chart. If you have a retrograde next to it, you were born during a Jupiter retrograde. If there's nothing next to it but numbers, it was direct when you were born. So the Jupiter retrograde will connect with your natal Jupiter. So take a look at that. Kind of start taking some notes. All right. Now Venus, if you have a Venus with a little R next to your Venus, she's the woman of this, or the symbol of the woman. You were born during a Venus retrograde, which makes you very rare. It's a very small percentage of people have Venus retrograde in their natal chart. Now I know a couple of you out there, which I love you. I'm always like, oh, look at their Venus retrograde. They're so cool. So you come in with, so your Venus retrograde people are getting super activated now through June 24th. Now this is happening in Gemini. So now go around your chart and find your Gemini ruled house. It's like the two lines. I should have my flashcards. Oh, maybe I have them. I do. I love this deck. Black Moon Lilith astrology cards. Thank you, Mumsy, Maureen McDonough, who gave me this deck. But it's great to learn astrology. I use this deck when I teach how to read your chart course. All right, so let's get into Gemini. There's Gemini, and that's the symbol. Look for that symbol on the outside of your chart, and that's your Gemini ruled house. It normally rules the 3rd house. Sherry, my Jupiter is retrograde in Libra, 3rd house. Woo! Gemini is my 11th house. Girl, she's on it. Look at Sherry go. Lunar Ladies Club member, it's paying off. She's like, I know where my stuff is. People? I'm like, good job, Sherry. She stuck with it. Woohoo! All right. Very proud of you. So Venus retrograding in Gemini, 21 degrees to 5 degrees. So you can look, if you're super skilled in your chart, what's in Gemini, any planets there, and Venus is going from 21 degrees to 5. So that's the retrograde path. Look to your natal Venus. Where is she in your chart? What house and what sign? She's getting activated. So Venus is the planet of love, beauty, relationships, and it's about first our relationship to ourselves. And Venus personifies the external physical form of woman, where Mars personifies the external version of man, right? So those are the body distinctions. We all have inner masculine, inner feminine. Men and women have that as a way that our energetic blueprint. But women personify the Venus energy, where men personify the Mars. Okay, so Gemini, Venus in Pisces, 11th house for me, says Theron. Oh, that's so cute. So our Theron, he's Mars. Mars, yeah, Mars. But he has, he says he has Venus in Pisces. Okay, let's just like double down on that for a sec, because that, oh, that's Tara. I'm like, wait, I think that's Mama, but I'll go with it. Okay, so Tara has Venus in Pisces. That's her natal Venus, was in Pisces when she was born. Now that's really, really beautiful, and Tara, circle that. Because when Venus is in the sign of Pisces, she's said to be exalted, queen. And I've done Tara's soul purpose, and she has a soul purpose in the vibration of Leo, which has to do with being a queen of the heart chakra. And she's like, well, wait, I've got Venus who personifies my female form, and she's a queen. So Venus then becomes part of the soul purpose as you explore your chart, right? You're swimming in that Venus and Pisces energy. So I would double down on your Venus and Pisces, because that's a really powerful planetary alignment in your chart. All right, Deb says, Venus 11th house, right on, Deb. Jupiter in the 10th. Ooh, that makes you really good at the real estate, right? Because Jupiter in the 10th is like, I can have a lot of success. But I'm picking up on Sherry's RX. Oh my God, I'm typed so slow. You're cute, Deb. Thanks, Deb, for typing. Okay, Venus, Gemini. Okay, so I checked my website, go to lunarladies.com, click on this week blog posts. I wrote a expose on the Venus retrograde. Plus, I wrote another blog post on the 4 planets going retrograde. So those are 2 really cool things. Go dive in there and carve out a little time, read that through and take it in. So Venus in Gemini, what makes it really powerful, well, it's a rarity, number one. And so let's go back to Venus, what she rules. She rules our ability to receive love. And your ability to receive love, abundance, having what you need is based on or measured by your level of self-worth and deservingness. So when we look, if we have money or receiving issues, whether it's love, care, abundance of any kind, like money, because Venus rules the sign of Taurus, which is money and connected to the bounty of the earth. If we have a chronic condition around inability to receive, we want to look deeper. What's our havingness pictures? Are they low, limited beliefs? Are they connected to a sense of lack of self-worth or a low self-esteem? And if you find that, it's okay. Don't get mad at yourself. That's an indication I need to love myself more. That's what that is about. I need to love myself more. I want to love myself more. I will love myself more. And then you start making all your list about all the things you love, and you focus your mind on that positive truths about you. And then what happens is you unwind the old belief patterns and kind of negative behaviors of lack of self-love or deservedness, right? So you see how you kind of unwind it by focusing on what it is that's true. Okay, so Venus, hi Danielle, look at you in the house. I didn't know you were here. Yay. She found her Jupiter, Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, Jupiter and Gemini. So Danielle, you're not only getting connected to the Gemini or the Jupiter retrograde, but now Venus retrograde's lining up in your Jupiter Gemini house. So, and Jupiter and Venus really like to dance because Jupiter is like the king, expansive, benevolent king, and Venus is like, you like me? Oh, that's nice. Maybe I like you. Give me something. And then you measure it like, well, my hat. So I want everybody to begin to raise the vibration of their havingness. How much can you have? You're like, well, I can have this, this. Write it down. Go, that's really interesting. Can I have some more? Put it in there. Ooh, I can have that. Put that a little bit more in there. Ooh, can I have that? Ooh, I can't have that. Ooh, why can't I have that? Then go and looking through some belief pictures around your havingness. Right? So we want to be, so Jupiter or Venus in retrograde is wanting you to start looking at that picture. She wants you to look at your havingness, your deservingness, your self-love, ability to receive, and then she's going to go, but wait, I ruled 2 signs. Let's track over here to Libra, the dance of relationships. Ta-da! This is where she hangs out with Mars and says, hey, you want a tango? You want to do some, you know, salsa? And he's like, ooh, yes, I do. Or, you know, that dance of the yin and the yang. So in Libra, it's about relationships. So now Venus and Gemini, twins, right? Twins, there's 2 of them, 2. Libra and Taurus. She's like, oh, 2 for 1 on this Venus retrograde. How do I reconcile, you know, Venus in Taurus, my happiness, receiving, my self-worth and deserving, money, right? And especially money's up. Money is up for us, right? Because of the changing of all the structures of our global economic system. We don't have to worry too much about that. We just take care of ourselves and our own. That's plenty for today, right? And then she's over here. Well, I want to look at my relationships. Now that my happiness goes up and maybe my self-worth goes up, maybe my relationships need to change now. Maybe they were out of balance. Maybe I could show up and become a different dance partner, right? And so with I'm noticing too, with people who, you know, shelter in place, everybody's home, nobody's working. There might be some marriages suffering, right? Or they're like, wow, I didn't know you were like this, or you believe that way, and I haven't really talked to you in a while. And now we're together, and we got to work our stuff out. So Venus in Gemini says, okay, like, if I could whistle, time out. I got to get back to Gemini, which is my mind, my thoughts. So Gemini is my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. Now, Gemini in the lowest vibration is chat, chitter chatter, not grounded, social butterfly, this and that, gossipy. Yo, she said that. Oh, he said that. Right? You'll get a headache. We want to say thanks for sharing, Gemini, but I'm not available for that. My happiness is higher. My vibration's going up. I want to know what's the next level of Gemini. Next level of Gemini is curiosity from a place of neutrality. Wow, look at that. They're talking like that over there. What's going on? Why do they believe? Let me ask questions. Asking questions. Curious. What's going over there? What are they up to? Hey, is that kind of similar to my internal vibration? Hey, I like what they're doing over there. I'm going to hang out over there. Say hi, I'm Shannon. What's up? And they're like, wow, cool. It's nice to meet you. Okay, I'm vibing. This is like a soul tribe finder, right? To help us and kind of really not negate, push away, because we want to get out of duality. This is what I was sharing in the Lunar Ladies Club to the members, is we have to, or what is a wiser choice, is instead of saying good or good, bad. It's funny how I did it backwards. Bad, good, yes, no, right? We want yes and no, good and bad, from a place of like, you know what? Possibly these two divergent types of mindsets are really talking about the same thing, and they want the same thing, but yet they're all yelling at each other. So Gemini energy goes, wait a sec. How about I don't really have an opinion about either one, right? I'm neutral, Switzerland, hanging out over here and finding out what resonates with you. And when you find like, I like this, then you don't have to make anybody else wrong or bad or not good enough or this. You just say they're on their own path. They must be, they're passionate about what they believe in. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Love their passion. And wish them well. You know, because we're all roads lead to Rome, right? We're all going home. We'll get there eventually. But this time it's like, well, let's kind of go together. More fun, more powerful, more glorious. So then the next version of Gemini is alchemy. And so, yeah, facts, balance, right. No, releasing the judgments, the opinions, and thinking you know what other people are really saying. You don't know they're their own universe. I have no idea, nor do I have any time or energy for that. And I like to say, you know, I'm not available for that. What am I available for? Because this is when we get into the next level of Gemini. And the next level of Gemini is alchemy, turning the dross, the fight, to gold. Look at that bright, shiny sun. It's valuable, right? So now, and Irma was sharing this today on her page, I thought it was brilliant, this is an opportunity to be creative alchemists. Creative alchemists. Now, how do we get to that level of alchemy? We got to first, remember, turn the dross into gold. What's happening in my own space? Turning like the low vibration of my physical body up, turning the low vibration of my thoughts and, you know, opinions and beliefs and judgments up, and, you know, turning my emotional energy of, oh, I'm really angry, or, oh, I'm so sad. Lifting that up and getting to a higher understanding, right? Tuning into love, wisdom, and power, right? And really tuning into our spiritual energy by running our energy and really making wise choices. So we become the creative alchemist, and the power of Gemini is the power of now. And so if I think a high thought and I speak a high thought and then I put behavior into it, I've created from a high place of alchemy, right? I can clear my space. What am I available for? I'm going to break agreements. I'm not available for that anymore. Oh, That's cool. I've been there, done that. Break the agreement. Break the agreement. And then you set up new agreements from a clear space. And that's what I've been learning with Francine in Seer's Way, is how to become a creative alchemist from a clear mind, a crown chakra that I am sovereign in. Nobody else is in my crown giving me instructions saying, believe this, do this, this is what life is. And I'm like, and when I'm sovereign in my own space, that doesn't really feel right because I'm hanging out over here, which I got a different perspective of things. And that's a little bit limited in your scope of viewing reality, right? So then I make different choices, but I don't make them wrong. That's the thing. That's our challenge in Venus in retrograde. Can we not make other people wrong, or other belief systems, institutions, whatever, right? I don't want to be sitting here going, oh, Bill Gates is so mean. Who cares? You know, I'm going to pray for Bill Gates. We can make good choices. Like, I'm going to make good choices, right? Okay, so that's Venus in Gemini. So that's kind of just giving you, painting the backdrop. So we have Jupiter, Venus, and now Saturn, Mr. Kronos, the rule, right? You know, he's the king. He's the, you know, the rules. And his energy, Saturn, he's the secret to our mastery. So we have Venus helping us with alchemy and learning about the nature of our minds through how we think, speak, and behave, and then behaviors, and we're lifting our self-worth and our deservingness up. Jupiter's like soul purpose. What are you doing? Are you aligning with your calling, your mission on the planet? What is it? You've got a lot of time to go inward and really process it now. Get the skills, let yourself have more, maybe possibly becoming an entrepreneur or creating something new in the company that you're a part of, right? So what's possible? Big picture, big picture. So now we go to this guy, Saturn. Saturn in Virgo, Tara's on it. She's like, girl, I'm Aquarius. I know what's going on. I've got my Saturn in Virgo. All right, so look for your natal Saturn. It looks like an H. Let's see if I can find Saturn. He's the old man, Lord of time. And so Saturn's power is to, here's Saturn. So he has a little H. Old man, time, Kronos. So Saturn is, his secret to mastery is he helps you focus your attention. He's the guy that says, chop, chop, get on your yoga mat every day at 8 o'clock, do your sun salutations, find your focus point, get into tree pose, hold it. And you're like, yes, sir, okay. But if I did that every day and I let Saturn show me like to focus the energy and contract it, I am going to be really strong and really focused and really powerful, right? So Saturn rules our career, that Capricorn energy. And he's the ancient ruler of Aquarius. All right, a shade 2 found her Saturn in Capricorn. So if you don't know by now, shade 2 is the boss. She's good. She's got some good, she's a Capricorn sun. She's got Saturn in Capricorn. Now, remember, like everything, we live in a multidimensional world and universe, right? Our souls are multidimensional, meaning we can exist at many or multiple levels. So in any of the planets, we have their different expressions. So when Saturn can also serve as a block, like it can constrict too much, and we're like, please, the vice a little tough. They're like, no, you want to play Chopin, you must practice till your fingers ache. And I'm like, no, Saturn, I'll just play regular piano, right? So it's up to you. So Saturn can be like the taskmaster, and so Capricorn people like Shade 2, Irma, let's see, are any other Cappies out there? I don't think I see you. They're very powerful workers. They're always like, get to work, get to work, get to work. So Saturn and Capricorn is the boss. It's the CEO. And their mantra is measure twice, cut once. Like, don't waste resources. Pull it together, contract the energy, and focus. So when Capricorns are super focused, they are successful, and they're mountain goats. They're not going to get pushed off the mountain. They're going to go, wow, that's kind of a steep climb. I'm going to go this way, then I go this way, and then I might wait till the weather's better, and then I'll go this way, and I get it to the top, where somebody else, like an Aries, might go, shh, I can do it, and then fall off, right? Or do it, who knows? But so in Saturn is, what are your roles? Who's your master? And we want self-mastery. We don't want big brother government and all these people telling us what to do. You're in charge. So Saturn retrograde. If you have Saturn retrograde in your natal chart, you have a little R next to the Saturn symbol, which looks like an H with a cross. You're an old soul. That's a mark of an old soul, right? They come back in this world and to get it right. And so Saturn can be kind of a serious energy because it's about getting things right. It's about leading a group of people or creating a mission or a legacy. So we've got to get it right. We got to have some more seriousness, and we got to like pull it together, like get it together, right? So Saturn retrograde now through September 28th is helping you focus. He's starting out in Aquarius, which he's the ancient ruler of Aquarius. And so he's very much around the structure of the higher mind and the crown chakra. So to me, Saturn's saying, who is sovereign in your space? So a lot of us, when we have like teachers or mentors or coaches or guides, depending on their personality type, a lot of times they can get in our crown chakra and, you know, be telling you what to do, which is partly okay, but we don't want them in our crown. We want them equals. Like, you've got the skill sets I need because I'm sovereign and CEO and in charge, and I like who you are and what you do. You're successful. Show me what you got, or show me how to do that. And then I'll take what works for me and I'll apply it. But we don't want that person or ideology in our crown, meaning in our sovereign space. We are number one. We are the CEO. This is my body, my life, and I look for guides and mentors that I match with. And remember, Venus says, well, if you have so low self-worth or low havingness or feel undeserving, you're a little bit more susceptible to having someone enter into that space and claim sovereignty. So Saturn in Aquarius going back into Capricorn to meet up with everybody. When I get to Pluto, I'll tell you another aspect to why. Wants you to clear your crown. Clear that crown chakra by running your energy, pulling out cords. Do you allege yourself to something or someone or a country or a world or a species, right? You want to just be claiming your right to be free, liberated, and in charge, right? So that, we work on these other aspects of ourselves. So if we know our soul purpose with Jupiter, or we're curious, and you say, well, Shannon, read my chart, so help me with this soul purpose. Or you might have had your soul purpose, and you're like, I need to refresh. So any of you who've done the Soul Purpose series a couple of years ago, this summer would be a great time to get a refresh. And that could just simply be a follow-up reading if you feel pretty confident in the information there, or like, what's the next level of my next steps? I definitely do a refresh, like follow-up reading. Or you might want to do the series again because I've changed it a lot, and I've also added with more personalized coaching. So you can always let me know if you want something like that. But retrograde season is a great time. If you have your recordings, like our lovely Tina says, send me my recording. I still have them. And if you're like, I can't find them, send me an email. I will go locate the links and resend them to you. But retrograde is a great time to review. So if you've had a reading with me, like a natal oracle or your solar return and the soul purpose, review them. Listen again. Listen to them backwards, right? So if you've done the soul purpose, start at the last reading and move to the first reading and then re-listen again, because we want to recapitulate and review. Okay, Saturn wants to know who's in your crown. Get them, and if anybody that doesn't belong there, because nobody does but you and your connection to source, clear and cleanse, right? Run your energy. And then start looking at your legacy. And as Saturn moves back towards Jupiter, because they're going to connect at the same degree, 1 degree Aquarius on winter solstice, December 20th. So it's important what energy you're focusing on now, because it's going to show back up December 20th. And when we get to that part of the timeline, we want to be like free, knowing who we are, why we're here, be on our game, be fully immersed in our mission, surrounded with like-minded, like-hearted people, and collaborating and connecting and on it. Earth 2020, right? It sounds like a lot, but that's what we've got. Time. We've got help. We've got planetary vibrations that are here to work with us. Okay, so now, last planet, Pluto. Doing good. Okay, everybody's doing so good. So Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Now this is he's still hanging around the degrees of the 22 degrees on January 12th when Saturn and Pluto went kaboom, shoo, right? And that kind of escalated the coronavirus experience, right? Now, there's a really good article from the International Association of Astrologers. This was an article done by one of their head astrologers looking at the charts of pandemics in history. They did the Black Plague, they did the 3 waves of the Spanish flu, influenza, and then they are looking at this current one, which has now, they're sharing with us that it's very, very likely there's multiple waves of it, 3 waves similar, because they keep aligning in the story or the narrative of the Spanish 1918 influenza, which had 3 waves. So in astrology, we look to when big global events happen, we look back in time, or when were those planets in alignment when that event happened? When were they aligned before? Because everything's in motion, and history repeats itself. There's cycles that happens when these planetary vibrations align. Because what are they doing? They're creating electromagnetic fields, and in these fields are these possibilities, these timelines or events. So when we have global events, we look, okay, cast a chart. Where are the planets? What are they doing? Where were they doing that in history? And then we go back and we start to see things line up and patterns. So there's multiple things at play from the 1918 epidemic, the Spanish flu influenza, that are back again, namely the Gemini Sagittarius nodal wave. And I think there was a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction and a Jupiter-Pluto conjunction as well, which we have happening this year. So they're stacking up. These experiences have similarities. So we want to look back in time, what was happening, and what can we learn to apply it to the now to make, not to repeat history because we're not aware of it, but to open up to new possibilities, different timeline, different experience. So Pluto is taking us back to January 12th when this big thing happened. And the pandemic energy also has to do with the ending of the Pisces age and Neptune being in Pisces. It's the modern ruler of Pisces. And so that in its shadow has to do with pandemic energy. So we kind of get a glimpse of like, oh, okay, so that makes sense. Neptune's in Pisces right now. And it's kind of coloring our global experiences of what's possible. But the beauty of Neptune and Pisces is everything is possible, not just pandemics. There are other possibilities. And we have to open our minds to conceive of something beyond the spinning narratives, right? That's why soul tribe energy is so important, because when people come together, they are stronger. And my mentor, Robert Phoenix, I love him. He's a great astrologer, funny as heck. Love him, love him. I'll post his YouTube channel. He's great. He's been doing daily lives. He's got a great community of really cool people. It's really fun. I love checking them out. So I've subscribed to his channel, so it's it's just so nice. But anyway, he was saying that one person who's awake or seeking knowledge or a higher consciousness or looking and individuating is more powerful than 30 to 40 people hanging out in the herd, right? Hanging out, listening, mainstream media, okay, I'm not questioning anything, okay. One person who stands apart from that, who says, wait a minute, I'm going to do some Mercury curiosity. What's going on here? Look at that. History, look at that. Things repeating. Who's behind what? Follow the money. Right? That person is way more powerful than the 30 people going, not answering any questions or not asking any questions and kind of being a little more asleep. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes souls come in to have that experience, and that's plenty, and that's okay. Right? They also cast a shadow to see contrast medicine, right? Everyone plays a role. That's beautiful to the bigger picture, right? So then if you're that person over here who had courage to individuate, find some freedom, look in a different way, what else is out here? What else can happen? And you meet up with other people doing that, then you have this bigger kind of group think power that is looking for different conscious ideas, philosophies, outside the box thinking, solutions, different consciousness. Because the consciousness that created the problem is not going to find the answer. It's the consciousness outside of that seeking solution, coming from a new place, outside of the problem reaction model, is going to open up to a different possibility. So anyway, so that's my take on that. So now, with Pluto and Capricorn happening, Pluto's gatekeeper's soul. Now it's in that Capricorn energy with Saturn coming back in, Jupiter's there, going to move across Pluto, so we're going to get a Pluto-Jupiter retrograde, and I believe that's in June. And we have three eclipses coming up soon. And we also have the nodal wave in Gemini, Sagittarius, that's activating the Venus retrograde. I know this is a lot, right? I have my T-square in my chart, focal point, planet, Neptune. Woohoo, and I think your Neptune's in Sagittarius, is that right, Tara? You want to look to your Venus and Pisces for, because Neptune in Sagittarius is spiritual teacher, right? And Tara has a ton of knowledge. She's smart as a whip. She's got her South Node in Aquarius. Smart, scientific, technological, thinks really fast. And she's Sun Aquarius. So, but she's moving towards the Leo. How do I bring all that intelligence into the heart chakra, which then blooms the higher heart? And she's a spiritual teacher. It's part of her calling. Because it's fire, Sagittarius fire. Fire trines Leo, Leo's fire. A shade to Pluto and Scorpio. Yes, everybody find your Pluto. This is the wave of souls that you as a soul said, I want, that's a soul tribe. So if you have, I'm a Pluto and Virgo, a shade to is Pluto and Scorpio. Some of you are Plutos and Libras. Some of you are Plutos and Sagittarius. The young ones since 2008 are Plutos and Capricorns. And in 2024, the next new wave of souls arriving on the planet will have Pluto and Aquarius. Okay, so these are a wave, a group of souls that came in when Pluto was going through these signs. Now it takes about 20 years, 18 to 20 years for Pluto to go through a constellation. And that defines a generation. So I would say I'm the Pluto Virgo generation. Shade 2 is Pluto Scorpio, the millennial generation. Danielle's Pluto Libra, right? Redefining relationships. Virgo, redefining service and whole body wellness, body, mind, spirit wellness. Shade 2, redefining power, personal power and transformation. Right? Those are when you start getting, I love getting into the Pluto because that's like the last planet in our known solar system that opens the door to the portal of reconnecting to soul, because we come through and we through the veils of forgetfulness, right? We separate. So, and then the game is to find our way back and be the Merkaba, united. Okay, so Pluto and Capricorn is going back to the January 12th, and retrograde again is like, what have you learned since then? And now we'll look back January 12th. The world was not shut down then. We had no idea March 11th was coming, right? And I'll do another live on the timing of things and who's behind the timing of things. Very interesting. Interesting. So not every global event is random. Most of them are planned, orchestrated for certain planetary alignments that create certain planetary fields that then things are much easier to implement into the template for reality. That's another live. But just go, what's she talking about? Oh, the things we can learn that go on behind the scenes. That's okay. We're in it to win it. We're light workers, healers, empaths, way showers, rainbow body, rainbow people, right? Okay, so Pluto and Capricorn is going to bring it all to a head, and really is like the Pluto and Scorpio people, redefining how, reconnecting and redefining our power and reconnecting to our power as a soul taking on human form. Not a limited human being that's powerless. We are a soul embodied in a human form that's powerful. So these are the things that we're going to be exploring throughout summertime. And then, don't worry, lots more coming. So we got a new nodal wave change, and this is destiny energy, where humanity is going through the wave of Gemini, spiritual messenger. If you have a message, you're a teacher, you want to write something, communicate, blog, podcast, get your voice, your words, your thoughts out there to people. And being online and virtual is a wonderful landscape until that might change, who knows. But find your voice. What's your message? Think about, clear your mind of the filters and other people or other things programming. Clear speech. Raise your speech, your words up. Don't say like, oh, I hate that. Oh, blah, 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 I'm so stupid. You're casting spells. So your words are spells to the alchemist, right? And to the creator. What are you creating with your words? Do they build fences or do they build bridges? Connecting people or shutting people out. Now look at that for the next 18 months. So if you have a North Node in Gemini or a North Node in Sagittarius, because that's the reverse nodal wave, this is your time. Every 18 years, the nodal wave comes back to the sign we were born in, and it's our time. So all the North Node Geminis, I want to hear from you. This is your time to fulfill your mission as spiritual messenger in the ways that you decide to come in and do that. Right? Speak love. That's right, Danielle. You tell the world. Right? It's about love. Because if we're speaking like fear and we're speaking hatred and we're speaking low level stuff, that's going to create the world experience. But if we're speaking love and speaking health and joy and wisdom and power and with, not power over, but power with, then we create that as our global experience. Oh my gosh, you all are so wonderful hanging out with me for an hour. So much more to say and share. Happy 12/12 from California. Together we rise. That's right, Danielle. That's why it's important to not only find your soul tribe, show up in your soul tribe, and we're getting like inoculated with leadership roles because we have more consciousness. We know what's going on. We're doing our personal work. We're clearing the dross, and we're turning ourselves into gold, like a shade to 13 degrees of gold, right? Transformation. Phoenix, we're flying. And so we don't want to take all that and hide under a rock. We want to take all that and say, hey, people, let's party. Let's talk about things that matter. And you might be on the front lines to educate, share. And sometimes this is the week of the Heretics moon. Third quarter, we're closing out the Taurus lunar cycle, started on Earth Day, right? Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. 6 months, develop clear chakras. We got to be rainbow bodies, lighting up the world. So the Heretics moon says, you know what? You might come on the scene and share like, hey, did you know this is really what's going on? And people are going to throw tomatoes at you. They might say, well, you know, blah, 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 or you must be a so-and-so supporter. And you're like, you know what? I don't play in that game. I'm playing the game of let's wake up and let's speak love. And together we rise. Facts, right? So rise above the political partisan minutia. Get the facts that resonate with you. If people have other ideas, just say, wow, thanks for sharing, and move along. I could tell you just a quick little thing. So I posted something on my personal wall today, and I knew it. I knew it before I pressed share. Oh, Shannon, it's gonna ruffle a feather here or there. And then I could at that point go, you know, I don't really feel like doing that and not share. Or like I could say, well, that's okay. It's a good test for me not to get all my feathers ruffled, to want to like argue back, you know. So I had like this person comment, and it was a person I don't really know. And I used to work at the same place with this person, and he's a tech guy, right? And so he had to put in his eye roll and his 2 cents. And I was just like, you know what? I wouldn't have expected anything less from this person, just because I know I have a sense of the mindset he's a part of, which nothing wrong with that. He's a nice guy, all that. But just the fact of I stopped and I'm like, well, why did he feel the need to present himself in that way? And I, assuming that I know, right? And I had a moment of like, oh, I wanted to do the eye roll right back. And then I was like, really, Shannon? Is it that important? No, actually not. Then I was like, well, this is so cool. I've got discourse happening, because it's kind of boring if everybody agrees with you. Right? Then you could say, well, would you like to dialogue in a healthy conversation? Or do you just want to point fingers and say that I'm cuckoo, crazy, and wrong? If that's it, cuckoo, crazy, and wrong, well, see you later. Bye for now. Oh, you want to have an intelligent, conversation and share information and see if we can come to a different conclusion together? Oh, I'm down for that. If no, okay. Not playing nice in the sandbox. All right. Okay, so Deb, I'm going to let you go here. I just want to read what Deb says. I literally just finished with my past life and introspective hypnosis, girl. And I started a business, girl. Oh, that is so perfect for you, Deb, because you're the astral travel mama. Past life, hypnosis. New business called Your Life to Life. Ooh, I love it. I haven't figured out where the time will come. That's okay. You don't have to right now. It's not what's the focus is, but I'm excited for helping so many. Now take my NLP and Erickson's from years and years ago off the shelf. Woohoo! Go Deb! Deb's an Aries. She's on fire. She's doing it. That's right. She's living her energetic blueprint right there. I love you all for all that you do for. Oh, you're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Could you post links to the card deck and the order readings? Yes, you got it, Deb. I will post that and tag you. I love it. This is a great deck. I highly recommend getting, well, of course, make sure you got your astrology chart. You can get it through Lunar Ladies, through me. You can get a reading with me if that calls to you, or you can go to astro.com, get a free account, put your birth details in, get a chart, start to learn how to read it. But it's a language and a science and all kinds of stuff. But I really like Black Moon astrology cards. Very good, kind of flashcard ways to learn about the planets, the aspects, the signs. houses. So I'll put that in there. So links. So thank you so much for joining. We're going to continue the conversation. Oh, I also want to give Bonnie Davenport a shout out. She sent me this amazing travel mug. Isn't it cute? Let me do it with my other. So I wanted just to say thank you, Bonnie, for that. She was so sweet. I'm like, oh, Bonnie, you know exactly who I am. She gave me the cosmic travel mug cup. Isn't that cute? So thank you. Thanks, Bonnie, for that beautiful, insightful gift. I love it. So if you see Bonnie around Facebook town, say, you're so cool, Bonnie. Okay, I'll be back again. So as a wrap up, retrogrades, go to the blog post, check it out. There's more dates and things for you. Get your chart out, start looking. And this is what we're doing in the club. Now, just so you know, the club is in alchemy. It's in the laboratory. We're going to redefine the club experience. I'm going to drop the price so that more people can join. It's easier, yes. And we're going to be breaking our stuff down. We're going to learn our charts. We're going to understand astrology. We're going to understand what's going on in from the day to day. We're going to help each other. And in this new format, I can like put you in groups. So it's going to be the big group, and then the free space where you can, have these opportunities to hear what's going on and different things to get you excited about 2020 and life in this decade. And then for the subscribers, there'll be, you can get into these soul train groups, kind of soul tribe groups, where you have your people who are your same sun sign, your same moon sign, your same rising sign, and your north node sign when you're ready. And then we're going to start connecting and collaborating with within a group that's already set up as a like-minded, like-hearted soul tribe. So you don't have to get in there and go, oh, who are these people? No, they're going to be very similar to you, but come with different variations. And we get to share, inspire, and teach each other and help each other. And then find collaborative partners, start some businesses together, right? Start small, your own groups. But that's going to be a cleaner space off of Facebook. There won't be the data mining and the tracking and all of that and the distraction. It's going to be a nice, clean space. It's going to have its own app. You're going to be in there. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun in Lunar Ladies Land. So lots of things to get excited about and that I'm creating with all of you in mind. So having done this for the last 3 years, I've learned a lot, seen a lot, and realized a lot about myself and what, like, the style that's needed for today that can make it simple, fun, educational, and help lift your vibration so we can lift up and out and into the 5th dimension. All right, I'm excited too. Thank you for being excited with me, and thanks you for being part of the Lunar Ladies family. You're all our family to me, especially all those who've gotten readings. Like, you're all my family. I'm like, yeah, I know your chart, and I love you so much. So we're gonna do this together. We're gonna be powerful light workers on the planet. There ain't no stopping us now. 3rd quarter week, we're on the wind down. We got a new moon in Gemini, May 22nd. So take this week, cool it down, and I'll be back for more insights as we move into Gemini new moon, which is going to be really powerful because of the nodal wave in Gemini. So we only have 2 Gemini lunar cycles in this nodal wave, this year and next year, and then it will change. So let's get on it. Become creative alchemists. We got this. Gonna wiggle our nose, make the world a better place. Love you, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being in circle. Run your energy. We'll practice more, so no worries. Come back. Stay tuned. Head over to lunarladies.com. Read the blog post. Get your chart out. If you need some help, that's where you can sign up to get a reading with me. And I was thinking about doing some soul food sessions, which are just real short. 1 question, hang out. We'll go boom, boom, and you'll get a ton of soul foods to nurture yourself. And it'll be a really nice, easy, cost-effective mini reading together that we can do. I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned for more of that too. Mwah. Love you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.